Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once a week show. My name is Michelle Marie. I am the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot, and I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer as well as a tarot reader.
And I am Tanys Coughlan, and I am owner and operator of Twillow Lifestyle Community and the Twillow Lifestyle Academy. And I am a Reiki master, crystal master, channel, oracle,
haiku master,
Celtic Shamanic high priestess, and a galactic ambassador. And I'm really happy to have you all here.
All that stuff, all that good stuff. Hi, everyone. I'm Renata of Readings by Renata. You can reach me at readings@renata.net if you have any questions or you'd like to connect with me. I'm a medical intuitive. I'm a psychic medium, a coach, and a counselor. And we're so happy to have you here.
Oh, thank you. And it's really good to see you guys. I look forward to this every single week.
Likewise.
Yes. So I did pull some cards for the collective. We do this at the beginning of every show. And just to let everybody know, if you want your question answered ahead of the line, because we do have this running on multiple platforms, go ahead and tip right here. It's also in the chat. Okay. All right, so the first card I picked for this coming week is the 10th house. Now, the 10th house rules our career, how we shine in the world on a professional level. So really focusing in on your career goals, your motivations, any projects that you see coming your way. And that are going to bring you success. And you might take on a little extra responsibility this week at work as well. And then from the Wild Goddess Oracle, I got the Guardian. Okay. Now, the Guardian is telling you to become aware and prepare for all contingencies by making your home base secure so you feel safe and you feel protected. So focusing on your career as well as your home base, it's a bit of a balancing act for all of us, but they coincide with each other because you got mortgages to pay or rent that comes due. Okay. And then from the Self-Care Oracle, I got Clean Your Space. Okay, so take some time to clean out your space, do some of that early spring cleaning. My Venus is in Virgo, so spring cleaning is pretty much every week in my house. My husband's very tolerant.
Feel free to come visit me.
Yeah, he's more of the clutter bug. He's a genius, but he's a bit of a clutter bug. And so I'm kind of the neat freak. So he puts up with me though. So cleaning your space. And if, someone needs to go for a drive while you vacuum and move all the furniture around, tell them to go for a drive. And then I got this is kind of a warning card, deception. Okay, if you're having some drama at work or at home, I'm getting this is more because I got that 10th house, the work area. Choose to see past the mask that's being shown. It says someone is wearing a false self mask in this situation. Okay, so look past the mask, look to what's really going on. I kind of had and Renata and Tanys and I were talking about this earlier. Just drama at work can best be mitigated by staying out of it as much as you can and seeing past the BS. Okay, seeing past the mask, seeing past the anxiety and the drama and the gossip and just rising above it. Okay, so that's the energy I got for this week. I thought that was helpful. And I know Tanys and Renata have so much more.
So that deception card is also speaking to me about some of the deception on a global level. When I saw that, I was like, okay, so there's going to be some stuff that's going to come out over the next bit. Do you get a read on that at all, Michelle, on the stuff that's coming out? Or
when you said it, I got a confirmation. Okay. Yeah, especially when it comes to media, what people are being told so that deceptive entities can get their agenda across.
Yeah, there's something about that for sure in the political sphere worldwide, is what I'm feeling. On a personal or collective level, we are starting a new journey. We are launching a journey. Okay. And so this says, I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So I really do feel like we're well on our journey in terms of our ascension. The ascension stuff is coming. I think there are going to be a few ascension symptoms. We got this guy here. So Archangel Raphael, call on him if you need any physical or emotional healing. When the ascension symptoms come in, you get like sometimes a headache, runny nose, those kinds of things come in because your body's getting rid of things. Okay, so just to be aware of that, and it's going It's going to help us if we take excellent self-care.
Mm.
So take excellent care of yourself. Everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure.
Mm.
So in terms of life purpose and career, we got this one here, Archangel Gabriel, and somebody has him as a guide that is watching right now, because that's just coming through. So they're wanting to be acknowledged. So I think that you know who you are. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help. Okay. So just know that Archangel Gabriel is saying hello. And so there's going to be, this is the other reason why I think that deception card is coming forward, because that's my card of communication. And so, really making sure that we're clear with our communication this week, because that's going to help lead to prosperity. So I actually got 2 prosperity cards when I was picking. There's only 2 in that deck, and both came out tonight for the collective. So there's going to be something about prosperity and abundance this week. It says, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need. God's in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. And as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. So really digging into that heart and what you really feel you need to be happy is going to help bring in that prosperity. You're going to have that high vibration, which is going to attract abundance and stuff. And it's also going to help you to open to love. Okay. And this just says, my heart is open. And that's, again, traveling on water. So going with the flow, but feeling into what makes your heart fire, right? Your passion. What are you passionate about? Follow your passion, and that's where you're going to get to that abundance feeling. And just take care of your physical body as we go through these ascension symptoms. You may notice a fair bit of cold right now when you have crystalline structures, the new crystalline structures coming online. You may have like sporadic episodes where you feel really cold. Okay, so just know that's an ascension symptom. It's part of that. Okay. Hope that's helpful.
Wow, Tanys, that was so much awesome information. Thank you so much for that. I decided to draw most of the cards from my new deck because I felt it really speaking to me regarding what's going on in the world, and it just made perfect sense to me. So the first card that I got is this Halls of Learning card. Tanys, you probably recognize this imagery from some of your past life stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it says spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. So we are in a time of learning a lot of great lessons. Okay. It's been tough. It's been rocky. Like Michelle said, we've been, talking about some of the stuff that we have to kind of face in the 3D world, which can just feel really yucky. It can just really feel yucky in your gut. Like things feel muddy. They don't feel like, I don't know. It's like something's just off, but it's because we're in such transit and in a time of shift and in a time of learning some really important lessons. The next card that I got from this deck is, Tanys, again, you're going to like this one, Sword of Light.
I have one of those.
You have more than one.
And it says divine protection, cords cut, and breakthrough energy. How perfect is that? Mm-hmm. This is very much a time for us to be connecting a lot more to the divine, to the light beings who are there, and they're watching over us and they are protecting us, obviously giving us guidance. And the cords cut part is really kind of getting rid of the stuff that's weighing us down and no longer serving us. Okay, this is the time to do it. And breakthrough energy is like what Tanys was talking about. We're shifting into new horizons, into new, just new world, essentially, almost, just kind of transforming. It's transformative energy. And transforming our lives. So this is the time. And I know that it feels kind of scary because it's new and it's different, but this is the time to take that leap, you guys, if you've been considering it. I also got this Temple of Truth, and Michelle talked a bit about this. The Temple of Truth. Tanys, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm picking up on the fact that this deck is totally speaking to you.
I'm loving the images too.
Yeah, it spoke to me as well. But throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. So this is a time for us to start not only being honest with others, but with ourselves. Like you guys were talking about, what are you passionate about? What's truly driving you? What are you here to do? And just being open with others, but again, like Tanys always says, in a loving and kind way. And finally, from this deck, I got Heart of Source.
Ooh, that one activates the heart. Can you feel that?
Yeah, and did you see it did a weird frame thing? Wow, it's doing it again.
Yeah. Nice energy, guys. So take a look at that one as she's got the card up. It'll help light up that heart chakra for you.
Yep. I'm feeling it. Yep. And it says all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. So this is where we're all moving to, guys. All right. All of these other cards that preceded this one, this is like we're going through a rough time. We're going through transformational time, but this is where we're moving to. So if we can hold on to that, I think we'll be okay.
I'm getting tingle confirmation on that. So
yeah,
I had this happen during meditation today. So you're giving me like, wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And by the way, one card. Oh, I'm getting tingles myself now. I drew one card from one of my other new decks, and Tanys, can't make this stuff up.
I know.
Journey.
Journey, adventure.
Your life is a sacred gift. So that's a good reminder for us, because so much of the time we're like, but why am I struggling so much? But like, it really is a gift. And it's good to remind ourselves of that as well. So I hope that was helpful, you guys.
Yeah, things happen for us, right? Not to us.
That's right.
That is exactly right. And I had a meditation this morning where some cords were cut and my heart chakra merged, and it was just the most beautiful. I started crying. So you held that up and you did your reading. I was like, oh my gosh, that was so cool, Renata.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, so we're going to get into our readings, and our first is, may I please, is Sweet Eyes Lattimore, anything I need to know? Okay, Sweet Eyes Lattimore. I did pull some cards for you. And of course, the first card I got was the transformation card, Phoenix Rising. Okay, you are going through some major transformation right now, but know that with transformation comes renewal, it comes rebirth. So this isn't just going to go on forever. Okay, this is the end of something. You're stepping into your personal power through getting through some of those mysteries in life. I like to describe this as kind of the Eight of Swords moment, where you're surrounded by, it's a woman and she's blindfolded and she's surrounded by swords and there's no one else around. But if she takes the blindfold off, she can free herself. Okay. You need to take the blindfold off and free yourself, because what's awaiting you is the second house. Money, resources, both material and spiritual, are waiting for you. You're going to have an abundance of resources coming your way, but it's going to be after you go through this transformation. Okay. The eighth house also
much cackle, by the way.
Oh, the eighth house also represents the inheritances. So this is kind of a divine inheritance that's coming your way. Okay, so that's something to look forward to, even though I know you're going through it. So I asked Spirit, what kind of energy does Sweet Eyes Lattimore need right now? Boom, Warrioress. Okay, look at that. Holy cow.
So beautiful.
You have the ability to conquer your fears and faults, and the right to defend who you are, who you love, and what you believe in. You are stepping into your personal power. You're going through this transformational moment so that you can, trying to focus here, step into your power, and it will bring an abundance of resources, which is amazing, right? But you gotta tap into this woman, okay? Oh, I don't know what just happened.
Oh, there we go. We're back.
I guess it switched over to another camera for some reason. Okay, so if you're worried, okay, I went to my love deck just to see if there was anything there, and I got Express Your Love. Okay, go ahead and make a romantic gesture. Okay, don't be afraid. Be a warrioress. Okay. And then I got, so what does she need self-care wise? Because I try to always end with the self-care card because, you know, some of these can be kind of intense. And I got sweet treat. Make yourself something delicious because you need to keep your energy reserves up when you go into battle. Okay. So make yourself something nice and delicious. Okay. Sweet Eyes Lattimore. And I hope that was helpful. And I know that Tanys and Renata have a lot more.
And chocolate's coming through, Sweet Eyes.
Oh yeah, I think
Why,
there's
but
chocolate
chocolate's coming
cupcakes in the card. So there you go.
Well, I like chocolate, but you know, I don't know, but chocolate comes to mind. Okay, so what I got for you is igniting courage. So like Michelle was saying, you're in this period of transition. Okay. And so you're jumping over this, whoops, the other way, jumping over that wall. Okay. Into something else. But you need to just see the white flag here. You need to you need the courage, because the other one that I have is courage. But you need to give into the flow is what it is, right? So you're surrendering to the flow, but still standing firm. Okay. So standing firm doesn't mean going against the grain. It means standing for what's in your heart and what you believe in. Okay. So standing firm, but in your light. You see, he's standing on the top of a hill and he's in light. So standing in that light, which is like heart light. Okay. And the next one, that will help you to plant seeds. So when we start a journey, planting seeds is how we sort of get going, and we start to create more abundance and create more radiance. So you're going to be revealing your radiance. Okay. My light illuminates the world, and do know that you will be making a difference in the world. Okay. And I think that you probably have some psychic abilities, clairaudience probably. This usually is like an indication of communication with spirit. So I do feel that that's what it is. And then waves, right? So you've got these waves of what's happening right now, but know that you have the ability to navigate those waves and be in the flow and believe in magic. So that's the other reason I feel that you have some abilities, because you also got the magic card. And so believing in magic also means enjoying all of the little things in life, right? There's magic in every moment in life. So if you really take the time and look into that magic and believe that you can see the magic in life and that there is magic in life, okay, that will help you. It says true magic is abound in my life. So that's kind of about framing that piece. Okay. And then the last one is Archangel Raphael. So please feel free to ask him to help you on this journey. He will help with any physical or emotional stuff that you may have going on. And yeah, I think, everything is going to be fine. You're going to be revealing your radiance at the end of this transition. So just stand firm, ignite the courage to get going, and just know that there is radiance within you that will come out. Okay.
Thank you, Tanys. That was beautiful. Okay. She says, I don't know how to tap into spirit. Well, I mean, my recommendation is to get really quiet. Sit with the quiet, because it comes through, those messages come through, but you have to get very still and very quiet in order to connect to them. And eventually it'll come through a lot easier, but that's what I had to do to really kind of strengthen my ability, if that helps. Okay. I'm going to try to go through these rather quickly. So the first card I got for you is Star Being Healing Code. So you're going through a time like these first couple of cards, Michelle, I got like right along with what you were saying. Important information, wounds are healed, recharging.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what's happening right now with you at the soul level. And I got this, the central sun. Okay. And it says abundance downloads, literally what you were talking about, regeneration and success. Okay. So right now you're really kind of recharging your batteries, and you're definitely going through a time of shift. I let me see here. I got this harmonic flight card from my Lemurian deck, which is also beautiful. But I think this also speaks to some of your abilities that you are meant to connect to the light beings out there, and you are meant to connect to spirit, and you will feel out of a way, not figure out, but feel out, right? Because you have to feel it like in your heart and in your body. This is not something that you can do with your head, with your mind, right? So you can't figure it out that way, but it's going to be a heart and soul kind of a connection. And if you get really quiet and you take the time to sit with that quiet, even if it's uncomfortable, sometimes I'd meditate for like several hours in a row if I could manage it. And that really, really has helped. Now, I actually got a couple of suggestions as to what would be good. So I got the ceremony card. So it would be good for you to have like some sort of a ritual where you connect to spirit as well, and you connect to those higher beings. And that could be anything. It could be even like Tanys tells us, like the tubing, protective tubing, when you call in the archangels, or it could be anything. It could be a personal mantra. It could be that meditation. It could be anything. All right. Okay. And I also got this prophetic dreams card, which tells me that you do have some gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if there was anything else. Oh, and I also drew a couple of quick cards from my love deck for you. And I got the forgiveness card. I feel like there's something that you need to forgive and let go of, that you're holding on to. That is kind of muddying things up for you a little bit. Okay. So, and finally, this is a perfect card to end on. Love is all around you. Okay. So take a good look around and try to feel into the love that's available to you, because it is there. All right.
Yeah.
You've been having dreams?
I'm also working with a colleague on developing a psychic development class. So if you're interested, stay tuned with the Twillow Lifestyle Academy. We'll be posting that soon. Okay, so that will help you if you need help with tapping in. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Sweet Eyes Lattimore. We appreciate your time and energy today, and we wish you all the best. Now, our next question is from Kylie Grieg, and then we're going to skip ahead to Lydia, because I just saw that she paid a tip. So we have tons of questions coming in, guys. It's a very busy day. So if you want to get your question answered ahead of the line, like Lydia, go ahead and tip. It's up here, PayPal me/astrological tarot. All the links are in the post. Okay. I also have Square if you don't want to do PayPal. All right.
Yeah, and you get a mini reading from us if you pay us, and
if you pay us, we spend more time on you.
Yeah, and you help us actually keep the show running, because it's not free.
No,
so.
It costs money to do this. So it's an energy transfer, and we really appreciate the donation. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Kylie says, may I have a reading, please? Of course. Okay, so the first card I picked for you, Kylie, was the 10th house, career. Okay, I picked this at the very beginning of the show. So this was obviously coming toward you. A lot of us are going through some major kind of career shifts, changes, metamorphosis in this area, because the second card I got was Pluto. Whew. That is intense transformation. Okay, that's transformation on a soul level. And what this is telling me is try not to have too much control or obsession over your career as these changes take place, because you have to make room for change in order to bring forth new beginnings and a better place for you. Because the next card I got was the butterfly. Okay. You need to allow yourself to then leave behind the past, leave behind, these old ways of thinking and being and doing things. They're no longer necessary for you. And you are working to become a new person. You're in the chrysalis, and you're getting ready to become reborn. But there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of patience. There's a lot of transformation. And there can be some obsession, some fear that Pluto brings into the situation. So know that you will emerge to be a beautiful butterfly through this, okay? And you are working hard to overcome a lot of the challenges coming your way. And I said, well, why is she going through this? Why is she having to go through this major transformation? And I got empath. You're an empath, my darling. You are learning to protect your sensitivities and cultivate boundaries to create a safe space in which you and your desire to be of service to others can thrive. Now, you can't be of service to others if you are if you're in an environment full of drama and gossip and maybe a boss that's not so hot, they're just, on you. And you can't really have that in a career if you're stressed out all the time and you're not, honoring your divine sensitivity and your boundaries. Okay. And so I said, where can she start to get some answers so she can kind of, have a little bit of an easier transition through this. I'm just trying to get this to focus. Okay. And I got Dream Journal. Renata mentioned this in the last reading. I think a lot of us are starting to get some downloads during this time of transformation that Tanys talked about. Okay. We're all undergoing some downloads. And just to let you know, it's wherever you are on the spiritual path. Monday, I was out. I laid down. I had a migraine. I couldn't focus because it was just too much energy. You need to take out some time for some self-care, but keep a dream journal because your guides are trying to step in and give you some messages. Okay. So that's what I got for you. And I know Tanys and Renata have more.
All righty. So the first one I got is accepting what is. Okay. You see there, the hands are embracing the rose. So it's about seeing the good in what's happening now. And even if it's uncomfortable, it doesn't mean it's not a good thing. We often, how you often hindsight is 20/20, right? We see stuff after it's passed. So I think there's a piece of that, but there's also a lot of good that's around you. It says, I accept and embrace my inner majesty. So it's encouraging you to go within and really feel into what your heart needs, what your soul needs. Okay. Because you're going to start to embrace the future. You see on that card, she's like walking through a doorway. Mine doesn't want to focus tonight either. So as she's walking that path through the doorway, you're really going to focus on what's coming at you. What is it that you want to manifest too? Because you're a strong manifester. So you can manifest what you feel you want to manifest. Okay. So it says, I step into my future with an open heart. And that's the thing, being open to what comes. Okay. Accepting what is, being open to what comes, because you are going to be breaking through barriers. You see here, there's new growth. If you see these as barriers, then those are breaking down. And this new growth is coming in. So follow the light, right? What is your light telling you? It says, I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. So following what your light wants you to do. That's your inner light. What does it want you to do? And sharing of yourself, right? Being happy with who you are and sharing that with others can bring so much joy, right? I always joke about this one, embracing your tutu, because she's wearing a tutu here, right? So
that's the best story ever.
I love that story.
And riding a zebra.
Exactly. If I had one, I might ride one. I'm an incredibly generous being, right? And so just knowing and acknowledging in yourself that you are that incredibly generous being that has all of that light and is having growth and breaking through those barriers, okay? Know too that I am leading toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. All right. So they're really encouraging, the dreams. We've both had dream cards. So that's really an important one. So tapping into your angels and your spirit guides for that, because it is going to lead you to abundance. Okay. This one says, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need. God is in charge of how that will happen. So have faith. So again, that's accepting what is and just stepping into that faith and trust and following your intuition. Okay. And it's going to work out. It's just, there's the need to accept what is now and trusting what the future will bring. Okay. Hope that's helpful.
Beautiful, Tanys. Thank you so much. Okay, Kylie. Kylie, you have a really beautiful heart. When I tune into you, I really pick up on it. Okay, so I drew some cards for you. This one, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it correctly. This is a brand new deck. Order of Melchizedek.
Melchizedek. Melchizedek.
Okay. I don't.
He's an
Okay.
ascended master.
Okay, Melchizedek.
Yeah.
All right. Felt a little bit like saying Rumpelstiltskin, but anyway.
I have this one right on top of one of my other decks, Melchizedek.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's for higher learning, experience, right, required to further your progress. So some higher learning.
I feel like on this card there is a message that's very important for you. It says embraced by light, mission uncovered, and finally it says don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Okay, keep moving forward. Sometimes it's baby steps, but just keep moving forward, and eventually you'll get to where you're meant to be. I got this card for you, the Ancestral Realm. Okay, karmic release, healing the lineage, and boundaries, which is some of the stuff that Michelle was talking about exactly, right? So you're going through a time of karmic release, and that's big. That's really, really big. And drawing boundaries. I mean, I think healing that lineage and healing some of your past life stuff, but also some of your familial stuff. And boundaries, I know, are hard. They're a challenge. I think we're all kind of learning. Those of us who are kind of givers, we're learning how to draw boundaries because things just don't work without them. I think more and more we're finding that we have to put up boundaries, not only for others, but for ourselves. Like we have to be careful about pushing ourselves well beyond our limitations, our human limitations, right? I also got this star gathering. Tanys is loving that one.
I'm loving that one.
It's a galactic portal.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I know, I love this deck. Stars aligned, remembering home, soul, family. Okay, so this is, again, some of your past life stuff being healed and being processed. And I think you have some intuitive stuff too. And you have some of those connections, but I don't know if you feel comfortable enough kind of stepping into that role just yet. I got from a different deck that I'm really enjoying as well. I got this authenticity card. Let your truth be heard. And I think that's a tough one for you. I got enlightenment. This is a time of enlightenment. And it says, let Goddess light fill you. So this is a time for you to open yourself up to light beings and to, the care that they offer and the knowledge that they offer. But like, it's really, we are cared for and we are guided and we are protected. So this is a time for you to open yourself up to it. And like Michelle was talking about, and Tanys has been talking about, nurturance. Don't forget to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you really can't take care of anybody else, right? Restore your balance, it says. And then I kind of just wanted to get some, I did get this card for you, Uncovering Treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So there is something I think you're going to be coming upon soon. I don't know if I don't think it's like actual, money so much as it is just you finding.
You had the abundance card too, though. So
yeah. So there is abundance. It could be financial. I don't know. It could be financial or it could be abundance comes in many, many forms. But
it does.
I did have that pop up. But I kind of just wanted a couple of advice cards for you. So I got this one, Voyage of the Heart. You are going through a voyage of the heart. It says love flows through you and to you. So it's good for you to kind of remind yourself of that. I think that's easy to forget. And the other advice card I got for you is traveling lightly. Simplify your life. Let go of things that aren't serving you any longer because you are holding on to some things. You're kind of dragging some baggage around. So do try and just cut that off. Let it go. Release it. And picture yourself like letting a balloon go and letting it flow away. All right. So that's basically all I have for you, Kylie. I hope that was helpful.
And we have a full moon this week. So on Friday.
Yes, on the 18th.
So it's the perfect time to release what no longer serves you. Yeah. So
yes. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that was helpful. And if you guys are wondering why we're not answering in the order that you would like us to, it's because we have tippers. Okay, so if you want to get it in front of the line, right up here, PayPal/me Astrological Tarot, and it's also in the description. Okay, so our next question is a tipper, and it's Miss Lydia. And so many challenges and changes. Advice for the next couple of months. Okay. I'm right with you there, Lydia. We're all feeling it, which tells me that you're sensitive like us. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the first two cards I got were Mars and Venus.
Oh my.
Now, astrologically, Mars and Venus just came out of Yud, which is a war. Okay, this happens when two planets are in less of a degree of each other. And this was one of the longest wars we've had in for as long as I can remember. Okay, this lasted over a month because what happened was Venus went retrograde and it was moving much slower. And so they were basically in tandem for a very long time, I think from February 11th all the way through March 12th. So you probably felt this, especially if you have your rising or your moon in a sign ruled by Mars or Venus or both. Okay, so that's kind of the energy that you've been feeling. A literal war has been going on and you were just feeling that. My rising is in Venus, ruled nakshatra. It's actually, it's in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. So I felt it. My nakshatra was ruled by Mars. So I'm right there with you. So I said, what can I, what advice can I give you moving forward, especially for the next few months? Okay. Or just 2 months. First, I got that you're an empath. Okay. You are tapping into some energies that not everybody is feeling, and just, you know, embrace that, accept it. This is part of who you are. Okay. Learn to protect your sensitivities and cultivate boundaries to create a safe space in which your desires to be of service to others can flourish. Okay. The number one problem with being an empath these days is that the more empaths there are, the more of the opposing entities there are, because we live in this is called Loka. It's the place where things die. And it's also the place of opposites. So whenever an empath is born, the opposite is born. Okay. Because it has to maintain the balance. That's how this place works. That's how this plane works. That's why there were so many swamis and yoginis and light masters around when the Nazis came, because there needed to be a balance there, you know, good and evil, bad and good. That's just how this plane works. So you are an empath and you are highly attuned to those energies. The number one thing I do is don't watch too much news, because that will drain you. Because especially if you see suffering, I made a mistake of doing that this week, and seeing bloodshed and people suffering, especially women and children, it just rips me apart. So give yourself a break from that. Okay. I know it's hard, but take that time to instead focus on heart-based meditation. Take your, Tanys has one, I know, every Friday. She does a heart-based meditation. I've done it. It's absolutely fabulous. I believe you have one on the 18th at 4 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
7 p.m. Eastern. You can join us there. And it's a beautiful meditation where we, re-energize ourselves using Gaia energy as well as source energy. Okay. So I recommend that for you. And then the Mermaid was the second card that came up for you. So I got 2 cards for you from the Wild Goddess Oracle. So you need to look below the surface of your emotional reactions to know what's really going on, because things may not always be what they seem. Sometimes our emotions can cloud our intellect. Okay, what's really going on in the moment. So choosing to kind of detach from the more empathic side of you, because it's a beautiful thing, but you can't have it on all the time because you'll just get drained. So creating some boundaries using your intellect so that you can see things from more than one angle. Okay. Taking on more of a Queen of Swords persona. Okay. So those are the 2 main pieces of advice that I have for you in the next couple of months. So I asked my self-care oracle, what can Lydia do to kind of deal with a lot of this energy? And I got, make a vision board. Make a really positive, beautiful vision board. You see she's got flowers and, yoga poses and moon phases and inspirational quotes and a lot of beautiful imagery here. Okay. Make a vision board for yourself moving forward. And this can really help you kind of visualize the more positive aspects of your situation and where you want to be and where you want to go. And then I got 2 of them popped out. Sweet treat. This is just the theme. Make yourself something delicious.
We just
okay?
all need cake, okay?
I
Cake and
know.
wine.
Cake and wine.
Yes.
My thing is, I'll tell you what I do is I have dark chocolate peanut butter cups when I'm at night. Like I'll just like get the Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Oh, it's so good. And that's my thing. Sometimes I'll have it with a glass of red wine. Other times I'll just make myself some tea. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in. But, you know, do something that gives you that little bit of happiness. Okay. And then I did ask what was going on in your love life, because you did tip, and we tend to give a little bit more for our tippers. And I got, you deserve love. You are a very lovable person. Remember, I pulled the empath for you. So you have a big, open, beautiful heart. Okay. So know that you deserve love. Oh, Tanys, she's giggling.
She says, I have a blizzard for dessert waiting for me.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh, what kind of blizzard? Tell us. I can imagine. I love blizzards. Okay. So anyways, all right. So you deserve love and sweet treats. And then I got calling on your soulmate. So your prayers, your affirmations, and your visualizations, remember I pulled that vision board card, are going to help you visualize your soulmate, whether it's the relationship that you're in now or a relationship that you're entering into. If you keep up those affirmations and visualizations, they're coming. Okay. So that is the advice that I have for you the next couple of months. And I hope that was helpful. And I'm sending you lots of love.
All right. So I have it, and you would think, so we seem to have this often where we get similar cards throughout the night.
Oh, yes.
You could hear me shuffling, right? I shuffled these. Okay. But similar cards. Okay. Accepting what is.
Oh,
Again.
There you go.
So again, accepting what is, embracing that rose, which is very much about love, right? And it's communicating from the heart for you. I also had a heart-to-heart conversations one come out. And so definitely a communicating from the heart. All right. There's something that you need to let go of. So something in this transition time you need to let go of. And I'm not sure if it's a relationship. I think there may be some kind of a relationship that you're letting go of. I'm not sure if it's romantic. But I did get in the romantic, with the romance cards, that finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And so is religion. It's being influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. So you're going to need to have heart-to-heart conversations in that area. Okay. So conversation is coming up twice. Okay. So you just need to make sure that you're being open. So she's saying, yes, she's in a relationship. So just make sure that you're being communicative, that you're able to talk about things, because some of these things are going to come up and you're just going to have to navigate those as they come up. Okay. Because I feel like some of the changes that you're going to go through may have an effect on that as well. Okay. So just embrace the future. I step into the future with an open heart. So having that communication, the heart-to-heart chats is going to allow you to step into that future and know that I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So that's part of what you have to let go of. There's something there that you need to let go of. So know that Michael is there to help you with that transition. Okay. He's also saying take time out. So in terms of that, it's take time out for self-care. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs. Now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So there's that self-care stuff coming up for you. And now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance, because you do deserve heaven's help. Okay. So know that they are there for you. You have to ask, because when you don't ask, they don't know. So if you have not asked for divine help, definitely ask for that, okay? And just know that it's all going to turn out, because you did get the abundance angel, okay? You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. So just have faith. So they're encouraging you to have faith, self-care, right? Know that you are in this transition. There's something that you do need to release, whether it's a relationship, job, something like that. There's some change that's going to happen for you. But it's I feel as though you need it. Like there's a density around something that needs to change. Okay. So just know that letting go of it will actually help you to get into the flow, right? So in this letting go card, they're actually in the flow of that river. So I'm not sure it's going to feel difficult, but it's got that little piece of fear in it. Okay. And that's why Michael came through to just let you know he's with you. I'm there for you. Just ask for help and he'll support you. Okay.
There's a little bit of a control, I think, issue because of that fear.
Yeah.
So letting go will be challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just know it's going to be okay. Follow your divine guidance, okay? And ask the guides for help. Hope that's helpful.
Thanks, Tanys. And you guys are making me think of dessert. I get these little tarts made with like raw nuts.
Ooh.
And like I like the key lime, and then they have like a Meyer lemon, and they're little, but they're like the perfect little size.
Yummy.
They come in a set of 2. So oops. And now my earpiece has come out. But anyway, they come in a set of 2, so they're like the perfect little treat. It's not too much. It's not, so that's my little go-to when I'm like, all right, I need some dessert. All right, Lydia. Yeah. So I've got some, and Michelle was trying not to cackle because I literally came up with one of the cards as you were talking about it. So, but I looked at my new deck for you just to see what, the transformation is. And as Tanys was talking about, I got this Orion activation. Okay. And it says supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because my name actually means like renewal. That's the root, like that's where it comes from. So I was like, okay, that's very me. But yeah, you are definitely going through some kind of, higher level rebirth. And it can feel very uncomfortable and very painful when you're going through it, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. And it's good to remind ourselves of that. I also got this Merkaba activation. And it says, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. Okay, so this is a very good card. I'd love to get a card like that for myself. As the ladies were talking about, I got the seer. I get this card for individuals who are, who have some gifts, who have some intuitive gifts. Yeah. So that came up for you. That usually will come up for people who have those gifts. I don't know if you've tried tuning into them yet, but they are there. Also, I got this mirror card for you. My camera also doesn't want to focus today, but it says other lives, past lives, dimensional lives. So you may be getting like maybe some dreams coming through. You may be connecting in your dream state to these other dimensions and other lives. And it may, I don't know if you remember any of it when you wake up, but like Tanys does a fair bit of work for the light while she's asleep. So you may be stepping into some of that. Now, let me see here. I think I was looking at the advice cards that I got. So Michelle was talking about this. Look beyond the surface, which I got almost at the same exact moment as she was talking about it. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. Okay. So definitely don't get caught up into at that like surface level, maybe even the petty stuff that we've talked about before. And this is kind of more of an advice card here. Be insightful and established. And it says, ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future, which is also very similar to what I think both Michelle and Tanys were talking about for you in terms of advice. Okay. Now I did get this, which is also a beautiful card. Desert Passage. Yes. Trust there's a divine plan. Okay. There is a divine plan for every one of us. We're not here just by accident or by chance. And we all have, now, not everything turns out exactly that way because we do have free will, but trust that there is a divine plan and that you are being watched over. And finally, I asked about advice for your love life, and I got, try asking for help. I don't know if that's come to you at all, and that may be a difficult thing for you to do, but ask for help, because that will empower your partner, and it'll make your partner feel like they are important enough for you to entrust with whatever it is you're struggling with, rather than trying to get through it by yourself. You know, sometimes we think we're doing our loved ones a favor by trying to manage everything on our own, when they would love nothing more than to support us and to help us through it. You know, and it pains them to see us like that anyway. And finally, speak the language of love. Okay, it says loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. So speak loving words toward yourself, about yourself, and do the same for your partner. And you could see like a really major transformation in that area. Okay, Lydia, I hope that was helpful.
Thank you so much for joining us, Lydia. And thank you for tipping. We really appreciate the donation. So, okay, just a shout out to Joanna, who just said hello. Let's say Carl, Anne, Kate O-N-G, Heather, Harmon's here, Wally, Sweet Eyes Lattimore. Let's see, Karen Pulver's here. Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Amber A, good to see you, Amber. Let's see, Anshul Mala, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And J. Alme Rochelle, good to see you. And she says, I've cried during meditation too. It's powerful. Yes, it's very, very powerful. Yeah.
J'aime Rachel. J'aime
Rachel. I took Spanish in high school, so I'm like not very good with even though I have Quebecois in me. Okay, and she said, I got a new Oracle deck today called Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians. Excellent. Awesome. Yeah, I'm loving yours, Renata. Your deck is awesome.
I know.
I might have to invest in one of those. It's
yeah,
like totally like.
Yeah. I took the time to really look through, but it's hard to find something you really connect with sometimes.
It is. Christine's joining us from YouTube. Rachel Rose Farber is here, and Kylie and Wally. So thank you guys all for coming, and we see you all. And just know that if we're not doing it in order, it's because we tips take priority. Okay. So I'm moving right back up to the top here, and Wally, you are now next. Okay. So Wally Ula, how are you guys doing? May I please have a reading? Her current feelings and relationship. Okay, so I did pull some relationship cards for you, okay, Wally? And the first card I got was You Deserve Love. Okay, you need to step into loving yourself and realizing that you are very lovable, okay? And then the second one I got is Retreat. You need to disconnect from the world for a little bit. Okay, just get away from the electronics, get away from the distractions, take a retreat. Okay, that's kind of what I see, just to kind of cleanse your mind, cleanse your emotions, and develop a new, clearer way of looking and being and seeing things. Because we just had the Venus-Mars war, which just wreaked havoc on a lot of our relationships. So, and different, depending on what house your Venus and Mars are in, that's how it affected you. Okay, then I got Love Yourself First. Again, this is all about deserving love. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I think that's the need for a retreat, to just kind of spend some time with yourself, with your thoughts, and reigniting your own desires, okay, and what you need and what you are looking for in a relationship. Because I did get some good future cards. I got Wedding. Okay, the situation could involve marriage. Okay, but you need to do the work first. You need to take a retreat. You need to do some self-introspective and, really work on you a little bit. So loving yourself a little bit more, so that this doesn't turn into something codependent. Okay, because a lot of us can fall into that trap, especially when we put the other person's needs above ours to our own detriment. Okay, and there needs to be a balance there. And I got Children. Okay, so your love life is being affected by children, is what this is. So I don't know if she has children, or you have children, or you want children and she wants. I'm just kind of getting that children is kind of a thing on the table right now. Okay, but I did get the wedding card, so it's possible, but you do need to love yourself first and kind of retreat and practice some self-introspection. Now, I said, why does Wally need to do this? I got the reverse emperor. This tells me that you tend to attract relationships where your partner can dominate you a little bit. Okay. Controlling behaviors can manifest. And you need to be able to engage with your partner in a reasonable way. Okay. You may also rush into love before really thinking things through. That's what this card indicates. So that's something that you're going to have to watch for, which is why I think you need the retreat card and loving yourself first. Okay. And then another card that just kind of flew out, so I had to say something, was the Hanged Man reversed. Okay. So you're in a bit of a tandem right now. And when this comes up reversed, this signals self-deception. Okay. This is why you need to retreat and be with yourself for a while. You may be betraying your own interests by ignoring your instincts. So follow your heart to avoid losing out on love. Okay. So those are the main energies right now. And my main advice to you, above all, is to love yourself first. Okay. If you don't love you, you're not going to get the respect and the love that you deserve in a relationship. And there's going to be an imbalance there. Okay. So that's my main advice to you moving forward. I know Tanys has been nodding over here, so she's got more to say.
Yes. So in terms of your love life, so religious factors are a factor for you. So the kids are coming up as a thing. I believe that there's some spiritual factors that are coming up. Mm. So whether it's that you have slightly different beliefs in terms of your spiritual beliefs or the religious beliefs, whether they've been, I keep seeing this, like a road that goes like this in terms of those spiritual beliefs. So like there's some touch points that you meet, but there's also some that are not meeting for you. So I think that with some time and some good talks about it, your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay. So it's just going to require some conversation, but I did get, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay. And that, even though there's some work to do, I think there's some on both sides, but you can only control your own, right? So it is worth waiting for. Just that divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay. And I do feel they're a soulmate. So yes, this is your soulmate, but you just need to do some of your own work, do some of your own introspection work, like Michelle was saying, doing some of that and some, I'm feeling forgiveness work on some of the family around. I see you have something there about brothers. I was feeling family, so perhaps there, but I think there may be also some in your family as well. So like mother, father kind of stuff. So just being in the flow. Okay, I'm in the flow of the universe. That's going to help you to make a difference. So listening to your guides as well. Okay, so I do feel like it is a good relationship. It's just going to take a little bit more work and a little bit more time. So just trust in the process, okay? And have lots of open-hearted conversation, definitely about children and the religious factors. Okay, good luck.
Thanks, Tanys. All right, you guys. So, Wally, I got the Stargate Heart card for you. And it says heart chakra opening, unlocking. Okay. And generosity. I feel like you are a very generous person, but it's like Michelle was saying, I think sometimes you can do it to your own detriment. And I totally get that, like your partner can kind of dominate you and you go out of your way. Like maybe you're a little too generous with the gifts and too generous with your heart sometimes, if there is such a thing. But I mean, balance is important, right? So if it's kind of a one-way thing, then it's not a very healthy situation. So I think the majority of the love cards that I got for you were kind of in line with that message. Let's see. I got can't make this stuff up, right? Love who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Definitely. Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. But, as the ladies were talking about, it's very important for you to learn how to value yourself, because you're pulling in, like, the more you love yourself, the more you're going to pull in the kind of partner that you know, will actually be able to be in balance with you. I got love with your heart. Listen to your heart. I'm sorry. Listen with your heart. I am so out of it. You are
and
listening.
love with your heart, because that's, if that's coming up for you, then that's
Yeah,
an
maybe.
intuitive thing. Kind of
But
like Freudian.
listen, yeah, I guess so. Freudian slip. But listen with your heart. You are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. I don't think that you don't have a loving heart, but I think sometimes you kind of rationalize these things rather than just being like true and authentic to who you are, what your own desires are. So I think this is what that's really speaking to. And in fact, be authentic is another card that I got from that love deck. Okay. So be real and true to who you are and how you feel. And I think this can be very challenging for you. But that is what Spirit is saying, is that you have to learn how to tune into your heart in terms of, you know, don't just look at what that relationship might be on the surface, but it's important for you to really connect to your own needs and your own desires, and even express them, learn to express them more. All right. And let me see here. Oh, as Michelle was saying, and I also got this, have patience. Don't go like jumping into it too quickly. Let the relationship take its course. Take your time with it, you know, let it grow authentically. Don't try to, you know, sometimes you can get a little excited and just kind of, like, as Michelle was saying, can go a little too quickly. And that does happen. You know, so many people out there dive into these situations that may not be the best option for you. And also I got this back to what you love. So I think it says reevaluate your desires. So again, you're just being sort of redirected in terms of tuning into what's best for you, what serves you the most. And that may be a very foreign thing for you to ask yourself, but what really would feel like a true a balanced partnership for you, you know? And yeah, I mean, I think that you're just being told to like learn how to tune into what your needs are, because you haven't been particularly great at that. So I hope that was helpful, Wally.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful. And I love how all of our cards connect. It's awesome. All right. Sending you our best, Wally. Take care. Okay. So we have one more, and it's Miss Rachel. Hi, ladies. Any messages for me? Good to see you, Rachel. And I love your new profile pic. You look very glam. Okay. So I did pick some cards for you. And the first one, the karma card I got was Saturn. Okay. Saturn represents restrictions, blocks, limits. Okay. I said, what's being limited in Rachel's life? Pisces, the house of spirituality, moksha, spiritual gifts. Okay. So for some reason, your spiritual gifts are a little blocked right now because there's some limits imposed by Saturn here. Okay. So what are some ways you can open them up? I got the humorist from the Wild Goddess Oracle. Okay. Laugh a little bit. Take the life a little bit more lightheartedly. Don't take it too seriously. And it's the refreshing joy, exhilaration, and skills learned from creative play and laughter are their own reward and can help you solve problems. So basically, your guides are telling me, tell her to lighten up, you know, laugh a little bit, do some, you know, watch something funny, do something to kind of bring out the laughter that's within you, play. Okay. You make the cutest videos with Ollie, and he makes me laugh. So I know he makes you laugh. So do things that make you laugh, because that will release some of the tension that's going on within you, especially mental tension and anxiety and just having to feel the need to control everything. Once you release that, the limits imposed on your spirituality can be lifted. Okay. Because that tension is it's blocking you. All right. So I said, what are some other things from the self-care oracle that she can do to open up a little bit? And I got read. Okay. Take some time to look into some spiritual texts and or it could be cards, it could be texts, it could be online forums. Just take some time to read. Get into some good, not really fiction literature. I'm getting more spiritual learning techniques. There is some kind of a religious book, or it's like a spiritual book that is close to you. Open it up and read it, because they're telling me that you have this, or someone that it's in your environment. You can put in the chat whether I'm on with this or not, but there's some kind of book that your guides are trying to lead me to that you need to open up and start reading again. Okay, I just slipped in there. All right, and then I got keep making music. Okay, you are an amazing musician. You have a beautiful voice. You play the violin. Continue doing music, because that's going to help you really release some of the tension and the things that are going on inside you too. And I know that Renata mentioned that she does this as well. She plays piano and taps into her musical side to kind of reinvigorate her spirituality and kind of deal with some of those anxiety blocks that we all deal with. Okay. And I go, so what is I went to my past life oracle, because most of these blocks that we experience come from past lives. You were persecuted, my dear.
Mm.
Okay. So you're still carrying around not only anxiety from this life, but from this past life where you were persecuted. And I feel like this is part of your bloodline. Okay. There was something in your bloodline, in your family line, that you're still kind of attached to, and it's keeping your spiritual gifts kind of blocked. It's causing a lot of anxiety in this lifetime. And know that you are here in this incarnation to heal from this persecution. Okay. You can do it through laughter, like we said. Laughter. You can do it through making music. You can do it through, reading spiritual texts, really opening up that beautiful spirituality within you. But until then, it's going to be blocked. Okay. So that's just my advice for you moving forward. And there's a book in the house the guides are trying to bring me to. It's maybe Tanys can tap into that too, but hope that was helpful.
I feel like it's got a very light colored cover on it.
Yes, it does.
Like very, like it's like white or very light blue and it
Light
may
blue
even
is what I
have
got.
light on it, like divine light shining or something like that with clouds or something. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So I don't know if there's something like that, but
she said she just got an animal Reiki book.
It could be that. I didn't really get that was it, but it feels a little bit more, like Michelle was saying, more like philosophical in terms of, it feels like, I don't know, like it might even be like a past life or, something like that's going to help you with this. Anyway, if anything further comes, I'll let you know. But yes, I have new spiritual experiences, new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. So that's basically what Michelle was saying, right? That you've got them a little bit blocked right now, but doing study and lots of meditation, right? Doing some of that is really going to help. But in the meantime, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and guide you to your next step. Happiness does await you. So I think we've talked about some of those changes in previous weeks. So just know happiness does await you. And yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Okay, so there's lots of confirmation that these changes that are happening for you. In the meantime, there may be some mending bridges. So it's encouraging you to see both sides of a situation. Okay, because you can make that bridge. And I think that you play the bridge in a situation in your life where you're sort of between two parties and you have to sort of balance those two things. And you are capable of doing that. You see the girl in the center there, she's looking at both sides of that bridge and she's capable of doing that. Okay. And that's going to help you to manifest your dreams. So some of what this mending bridges here is one of the blocks. And I get the persecution thing because I had to do a whole bunch of healing. I've been like a witch and a sorcerer and all sorts of stuff in my other lives. So this persecution thing, it's heavy, and it seems to be coming up right now. So I just did a whole bunch of clearing on some of that as well. So that may be what's coming up for you. The witch trials, I don't know whether it was this time of year that it started or something, but it really came up for me. So just know that you can clear this, okay? So manifesting your dreams. So looking forward to fall, because this is a fall card. I feel like there's something that's going to be coming for you in the fall that's really going to help you to step into that, okay? And it will help you to rise above. You see how she's really like feeling into that light, and she's coming out of the lotus, which is in the mud, right? So that's you. You're kind of going through that stage where you're blossoming and you're just coming out, but just there's still that mud around you. So that's where the mending of the bridge is going to be, okay? That's helping you get out of the mud. So not only are you rising above, you're coming into the power, into your power. I step into my power boldly and confidently. Okay, so then I asked who could help you in terms of tapping into those spiritual gifts and getting rid of those blockages. And I got Holy Spirit, expect miracles. And it says, remember that only love is real. Miracles can occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Okay.
Tanys, that's the light blue energy I saw.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. So it's about that color, the front of your book. Okay. And that has that. And then it feels as though it has that light blue, but like this kind of light shining from it sort of thing, but more white than yellow.
I'm
That's what it
getting
felt
that
like for me.
either it was some kind of a gift or it was suggested by someone else coming through for some reason.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
Steve,
something about angels. Yeah, maybe. And then Brigid. So Brigid is a Celtic goddess. And she brings inner strength. So move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. So it's again, she can help you step into that personal power. Okay. So tap into her. She's got beautiful energy. I hope that's helpful.
thanks, Tannis. Yeah, Rachel says that she's Jewish, likely Russian roots, and that the Eastern Europe, 99% from like Eastern European, and this war is upsetting her. Yeah, so I'm actually a Russian Jew as well. And, it's been really tough. Like Michelle said, don't watch the news. I cannot stomach it. I honestly just can't. Like I hear everything that I need to hear and then some from, my family, and like it's just been crazy. And it's like you feel, because you're an intuitive, you feel it from the collective as well. You feel all the anxiety of everybody in this country and what the people are going through in that country and the surrounding areas. I have a coworker who's Polish, and she was telling me that they've had to take in most of like 50% of the refugees, I think at least. And so it's been utter chaos in the surrounding countries as well. So there is a whole continent, basically, at the very least, that's being uprooted, and major shifts are taking place. And we have this madman who's like in the throes of his loss of throne, basically, just kind of doing this crazy stuff. Like he doesn't have any limitations. He's just completely lost it. And it's a very frightening thing. So I totally feel you in that. And it's been tough. It's been a tough time for sure. So I pulled some cards from the new deck for you because I just wanted to see what's happening with you, in terms of your ascension and stuff. So the Central Sun is the first one that I got, which I also got for someone else earlier, but I really like this card. Abundance, downloads, regeneration, success. So I think you're moving right along, the pathway you're meant to move on. But it's just, every time we go through something like this, more ascension and more regeneration, it can feel really kind of rocky. So just keep in mind what you're experiencing may not necessarily be reflective of a bad thing. I got this card, the Soul Star Activation card for you. And it says fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. So this is about you connecting to who you have been in other realms and your soul, like your light being, the light being connection within your soul. Okay. And I do, by the way, I totally feel like when Michelle pulled the card, everything's falling apparently today. But I do feel like the persecution in the past, that's a big one for you. You have been persecuted across many lifetimes, actually, quite a few. You've definitely been like burned at the stake, beheaded. I'm
too.
seeing, yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of different things come up for your past lives. So yeah, that's definitely an anxiety. Like some of your anxious state for sure is connected to the past life, and you may do well to connect with Tanys to talk about how to release that. Okay, Rachel. I got this stellar gateway activation. Yeah.
Those are both upper chakras. The soul star chakra and the stellar gateway are the ones that are above the crown chakra, the two above the crown chakra. So really about tapping in to source.
And you are connecting
That's
more and
Pisces
more.
too, which is crown. Yeah.
Yeah. And it says infinite potential manifestation vortex. So this is a very good time for you to manifest. Okay. So think about the things that you really want to happen in your life next and prioritize, pick like one or two. Don't try to, multitask as you tend to do. And finally, I got this Akashic Stargate as well, which might be gorgeous. My favorite. It might be my favorite card in this deck. All right. And aligned with purpose, crossroads, and it says no wrong path. Do you remember how you were asking us, should I move to the East Coast? Should I move to the West Coast?
Yes.
What should I do? Which that's exactly what we were trying to tell you. There is no wrong path because you're going to win any move you make. You're going to win and you're going to learn the intended lessons. So I also got this Radiance card. It says, rejoice in your life. And this is what Michelle was talking about. Like, don't forget to just, don't take yourself so seriously. Just kind of learn to laugh at yourself a little bit more. And even if it's like some sort of a failure, or it feels like a failure, nothing is really a failure. It's all a learning opportunity, right? And don't judge yourself so harshly.
Yeah, I think it is, Rachel. It's been triggering you.
Absolutely.
From that
absolutely.
stuff. The authority thing too. If the military is difficult when you've been through that kind of thing, like definitely the witch trials and stuff like that, right?
Being
because
told
they
what
were
to do and
seen,
falling in line.
they were seen as the authority. So there's some of that piece as well that comes in for you. So
I feel like I feel like it's been in some ways against the grain, going against the grain, very much so. And you've had to, like Rachel, you've had to overpower like your gut feeling a lot of the time in regards to the military and like being associated with them. It's just never quite felt aligned for you. She says, I'm ready to go. Like 100%. Yep. And I also got this. I thought it was lovely to get more animal cards for you. Realignment. Okay. Feel the ebb and flow of life. And it's got more of that mermaid energy, sea life and animals and stars and some celestials. And it's got both the sun and the moon. But balance, I think, is an ongoing issue that needs to be addressed in general. You are here in this lifetime. Oh, are you into seals? She's like, seal! I think you're part of the main reason that you're in this life is also to learn how to find balance and not to kind of tip over just to one side. And finally, I got this, keep going forward. All right. You are ascending the mountain. All right. You are on the right pathway. You're just being encouraged to continue to move forward. Also, I got finally this, enjoy the journey, just like the other card. You're meant to enjoy this journey. Don't forget that, because you're so focused on the future that you kind of miss the journey. So Spirit is saying, try and enjoy it as much as possible. Do what you need to do to recharge in the meantime. Like Michelle said, I'll play piano and I'll like sing, and that keeps me sane a lot of the time. I know you sing beautifully. I don't have a voice like you, but I still like to indulge. And music is just like, man, it's life. It's in my blood. I know it's in your blood. So I hope that was helpful.
The guides are suggesting you buy yourself flowers, Rachel. I'm not sure why, but that just came through. So like buying yourself some flowers. So tulip for the spring or something like that. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
I love that.
wonderful. And Tanys, I found this the other day, which is a little weird, but when my sister-in-law was moving, she said, "Oh, my daughter Jamie, she doesn't want to bring this with her." And I said, "Well, you're not selling it because you don't give away stuff like this." And that's what the book looks like. So I don't know. It's kind of like that blue color with the
Okay.
gold lettering,
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, this is a family book, and I was like, don't get rid of that. Like anything
No.
that's
So maybe that's what I
especially
was
if it's
seeing, that it was given to her.
Yeah.
this is of spiritual
passed down.
significance.
Yeah.
So that's kind of your
Mhm.
clue. This was given to my niece Jamie, and I said, you can't get rid of this. This is precious. Like I'll read it. I'll keep it in my spiritual library, and if she wants it back, she can have it. But I'm not. This is like
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
something like that. Okay. So yeah,
I think it's meant to ground her.
It's just it's precious.
I think it's
Beautiful.
meant to help ground Rachel. Connecting to that book is meant to ground her
Okay.
and help her with her balance is what I'm getting coming through.
Beautiful. Mhm.
You said yes, you were raised Jewish. Okay, so yeah, my guides were like pointing me to that area of my bookshelf, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. So
Don't you love when they do that?
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah, and so I was like, oh, and it's got a blue cover. I didn't realize that because it always had the cover on it. So it's something to do with something that was given to you. You were raised Jewish. There's something in there for you that your guides are leading you to. Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting tingles
All
on
right.
that too. So yeah.
I'm getting that
good.
you're going to be able to open up a page of significant, like you're just going to be able to it's going to seem random. It's not going to be random, but just like try to feel out the pages that you need. You're going to be able to open them because you're going to have the guides helping you do that.
Check out page 23.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I don't know.
No,
I
I'm
just saw the
curious.
number
No, I'm going to
23.
open this thing to 23.
I just saw
Yeah.
23. So,
23. I'll
check
see if
that
there's
out.
any other 23.
I don't know if it's page 23 or if they're in sections and it's section 23, but I'm seeing the number 23. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's Genesis in this one. So
Okay.
yeah. It's about increasing your offspring. So, but anyway, okay. Well, we thought that.
Quintuplets?
Oh, well, Rachel, I know that you are a nurturer and you've got the nurturing skills for animals. So, okay. All right. Okay. So, Karen is here and she says, oh, many Jews here, Russian Jewish grandparents for me too. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Renata's from that area as well. Okay. So if we didn't get to your question, everyone, again, tips go first, and it's first come, first serve. We answer in the order that are received. And if you tip, obviously we get to you ahead of the line. So we just want to thank everyone for joining us. If you did not, we had a lot of questions. If we didn't get to you, please join us next week, Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight. Central, it will be 6 o'clock, and Eastern, 7 o'clock. Okay, so you can join us here. And we just want to thank all of you for joining us today. Thank you for your energy and your time. And again, we're here every week. So if we didn't get to your question, please join us then. My name is Michelle Marie. I am the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot, and I am a Western and Vedic astrologer as well as a tarot reader.
I am Tanys Coughlan. I'm an owner and operator of Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy, and I do a bunch of stuff. Please also subscribe to our channels on YouTube and stuff. That really helps us, get the word out, and there's lots of great content on our channels, so please help us share that as well. Okay? Thanks a lot for coming.
Hey guys, I'm Renata Zimmer of Readings by Renata. I am a medical intuitive as well as a psychic medium and also a bunch of other stuff. As Tanys said, it's just easier that way. If you guys have joined us regularly, you know all about what we do. We kind of like to multitask. Anyway, thank you so much for being here with us, and we hope to see you next week.
All right, take care. Sending love, everyone.
Lots of love, everyone.
Lots of love.